Greatest weapon any warrior can carry into battle is absolute certainty of the eternal soul. Chuck Palahniuk. And that leads us into asteroids, eternal battle. You're always going to be knocking your balls around in space. That's the eternal battle, I guess. Or maybe if you're playing in the battle royale, that's going to be the eternal battle. I'm not sure what the eternal battle is. Maybe they're going to keep making asteroids games until, 2050. It'll be Asteroid 50, like the Fast and Furious movies. So anyways, this really feels like, as flashy as this game is, and easily the best looking Arkanoid game, because we haven't really had a proper game in the series since there was 86 and then 91, I think. And then there was a compilation on the PlayStation 1, I believe it was, or 2. But I think it was just a compilation. So we haven't really had a game in this series for a while, like 20 years or whatever. So it really feels like a new coat on a paint on a classic game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just putting that out there. When the originals are hard to find, and I think they're like $40 each. I don't know if, I think the NES cartridges are rare now, but anyways. Yeah, so there's sleek futuristic graphics and sound effects, all that pizzazz, which really makes this the best looking Arkanoid, as I said. The retro mode is a nice touch, but it's a shame that Arkanoid 2 is missing for completion's sake. Also, I found it really weird. I couldn't see a way to change like the camera perspective, so while it's cool that it looks like you're playing at an actual arcade machine, it kind of sucks when you're playing it, because I feel like I'm not quite on the screen. Like I can't focus on the screen because the screen's too far away from me. I don't know, that was just a personal thing. There's new power-ups. I didn't really see that so much. I saw the laser beam, I saw like the laser bolts, I mean, and then like the sticky pad where you can hold on to the ball, and then I saw like the triple ball burst. But I didn't see anything really new. At least I didn't notice anything new. So apparently there's new power-ups. I just didn't see them. And there's a combo system in the one-player mode, as well as the 1986 original, and they both have leaderboards. So it's modernized in that sense. There's a one-player Arkanoid Neo mode, which is battle mode, the battle royale. It's really cool. You can have up to 25 people, including yourself, playing, but apparently it was DOA, and it's just AI, which was cool to play, and I got to like 3rd place near the end, but I just kind of got bored. I don't know. One of my pet peeves was like I feel like without the human competition, I didn't feel like playing as much. I think if I knew I was playing against a human, it'd be more interesting. And one personal pet peeve was like, I found when the screen flashes and it shows you, I think it's your competition on the side, I find that really distracting. Like I'm trying to focus on the board and where I'm playing, and like seeing stuff flashing constantly, like flickering behind, I found that really distracting. I found it hard to focus. It broke my focus. Maybe I'm like fickle in that sense, but like I'm sure other people will find that really annoying, because like you just see the screens go from left to your right, and like I find that distracting, even if it's in the background and like at the foreground is your actual Arkanoid play area. I just found that really annoying, because like suddenly you see something flash across the screen, and like I think it would have been better if they just flashed it and they just like it just disappeared, not just like flash across the screen, because that's like someone, you're trying to focus driving or whatever, like I know it's the game, but and then something flickers in front of you, and like that totally kills your attention. And I don't know, I just found that was really distracting, it moving around the screen like that. So I feel like the game really needs more rewards for the players to keep playing, to incentivize the gameplay. Like the game reward system's just not there. Yeah, you can buy DLC with backgrounds of like classic games like Operation Wolf, etc., but like it doesn't really add anything to actual gameplay. And yeah, it needs a more forgiving difficulty for casual players. I guess I would be a casual Arkanoid player, and it just feel like there's nothing really to keep you playing. Unless you are obsessed with this game, you're probably not going to keep playing it just because it's Arkanoid. So as I said, paid DLC, but superficial background DLC. The multiplayer died instantly when it came out months ago, so get your friends playing, because apparently there are no human players playing online. I only recommend, as I said, if you're already a fan and you like fast-paced puzzle games, and this is just really a sleeker version, a lot sleeker, keep that in mind, of a game you played like 40 years ago in the arcades or as a kid on the Nintendo system, entertainment system. So the game costs $34.99, and I bought it almost at full price, so I sort of feel a little bit gypped because, I got like $10 tops of gameplay out of this, and I'm all for supporting developers with $35 plus DLC. Like, that's a lot of money for essentially a game you bought 40 years ago with, like, nicer sounds and like fresh coat of paint, as I said. So I feel like it's a bit extreme for a foundational or bare bones title, even if it's like a lot more visually pleasing. Essentially, it's the same game, and if you weren't super keen on it before, you probably won't be super keen on it now, unlikely. So I'd say it's a solid 6.5. Like, as cool as it is to see the soup up graphics and sounds, it's essentially still Arkanoid, so you're either gonna love it if you already loved it. You might like it more than before, but graphics are amazing. Just, it's lacking modes. Like, it seems like the game, I don't know if the game got rushed out or it just, they're gonna add DLC later, like more. It just seems right now there's not a lot there other than what you sort of played 40 years ago with the Battle Royale added on. And the high price for entry makes it hard to recommend this remaster to anyone except for the diehard fans of the original game. So as I said, it looks great, sounds great, but really the gameplay is pretty much what you played. So as I said, 6.5. Keep on gaming and keep the eternal battle going. Bye.